Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. If you're new to the page, go ahead, hit that like, subscribe, and that notification bell. You guys know how to do it. Listen, there's a young man with me. His name is Corey. We're going to introduce him. We're going to talk about some stocks, and we're going to put him in the middle, and then we go into some crypto. So please stay tuned through the whole program, okay? So what happened today? This is what happened today. Dow closes up 600 points, setting record as August inflation increases likely won't derail Fed rate cuts. It won't derail Fed rate cuts, okay? As a matter of fact, take a look at that. September, October, December, okay? There's no November FOMC meeting. 100% chance of a Fed rate cut in September, 94% in October, 89% in December. So cut. Now, 100%? Larry, why 100%? Well, we had PPI on yesterday, and it was showing that inflation is cooling as it pertains to the producers. So you got the PPI. CPI came out today, and it is, showing that the consumer is not as strong as you think they are. Now, it was a little hotter than PPI, but here's where the information really lied in the jobs data that came out with CPI today. Initial jobless claims, 263,000 versus 234,000 expected. So that's what's going on, and that's why you have now 100% chance of the Fed cutting rates. So now we had U.S. August inflation rates year over year 2.9 versus 2.9. Just like Keenan Gray said on yesterday, dead in line, okay? Forecast prior 2.7. Now, U.S. August inflation month over month was 0.4 versus 0.3. So therein lies where it was hot month over month, okay? So that's why the data, when it first came out, the markets actually cooled off. And then it was like, wait a minute. And then it ran back up, okay? So we did have a decent close today, right? So we were talking about AI a minute ago and how AI is actually taking our jobs. So now we're putting money into AI, but on the other hand, it's taking our jobs. So Klarma, I'm going to talk about Klarma again today because we bought some Klarma today. We don't chase the IPO, but we bought some Klarma today. Klarma, the CEO was on and he had 7,400 employees. Now he's doing more with 3,000 employees. So he goes from 7,400 down to 3,000. Okay, who's doing all the extra work? AI. AI is, right? And so that's what's happening, good people. It's one of these things where you better be building wealth, because if you're not, I don't care what you do. I just saw a truck with a full house on it. And it wasn't a trailer. It's one of those houses that they sit down and it rolls out. So it doesn't matter what field you're in. You go, hey, construction, yeah, construction is good. And you're always going to need construction workers, but they got prefabs, whatever you're in, AI is coming for your jobs. And so this gentleman was saying that we need to be building wealth. Is that right? You were talking about building wealth, right? And why it's important. All right. Take a minute and tell them, take 1 minute and tell them who you are. We're going to get back into some stocks, and then I'm going to come back and let you talk even more. Tell them who you are.
Yes. So my name is Corey Phillips, and I am the founder and CEO of Social Storm LLC. It's a media company. I teach young people about investing in financial literacy for economic development. I've worked with over 2,000 young people since 2024 in the city of Chicago, working with different government organizations, city colleges, churches, schools, things like that, to give them information in a way that young people in Gen Z can understand.
So how did you get into this?
I got started when I was 16 years old, when I was working at Walmart during COVID, And I realized there's a better way to make my money last beyond the summer. So I asked my mom to open up a custodial account and a Roth IRA so I can get started, because I understood that compound interest and starting early is your biggest asset as an investor.
Now, I asked him to speak up, and boy, he's speaking right up right now. That's why I'm smiling. You're like, yes. So, listen, I love that. We talk about custodial accounts a lot here. And so your mom had that custodial account opened up in a matter of minutes, right?
Yes.
And so this is what I'm telling you, everyone that's listening to me. This is the type of young man that you want your young people watching social media. This is what they need to be doing. And you were 16,
Yes.
all right? And so now he's 16, he has investments, and he has his own company already. So now let me just tell you guys this, and we'll get back to some more stocks and crypto. Ian Dunlap, the master investor. I went to InvestFest again, where we met up again, and I'm going to tell you why he's here. And we got off the plane together, bumped into each other, and somebody said, "Oh my God, stock up!" And Ian, and he like, so we were taking pictures, right? Over 20,000 people at InvestFest. My hat's off to EYL and everything that they do. I've been supporting them from day one. So Ian says, I consider him a friend. He said, "So what stage are you speaking on?" I said, "I'm not." And he said, "Did you speak last year?" I said, "Nope." I said, "I've never spoke." He's like, "What?" He said, "Man, we have dropped the ball." And he said, "I thought you spoke." And I said, "No, I haven't spoken. I haven't been able to speak." And I says, "I'm here this year to support my guy, Chris Sane." I says, I'm here to support Chris Sane. I said, "That's what I do." And then the next day I meet him. Now, this is the third time we met. We met up at InvestFest before, and he was saying, "Hey, could we get together? Could I have you on the show?" So he was asking me to be on his show, right? And I said, yep, we'll get around to it. And I've been busy. You guys know I've been talking to these major CEOs, and you guys know keeping the family fed. But I'm going to tell you how my mind works, not like some of y'all. My mind said, here you are trying to get on the big stage, and you haven't reached out and shined a light on someone else. Now, you guys know I do, but when I saw him, I got convicted. I'm just telling y'all the truth. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to have you on my show. And I says, not only am I going to have you on my show, I want you at the desk. And so here he is. And he has been consistent and persistent, should I say. That's another thing I like about him. You were persistent. And so Corey, I really, my hat's off to you, man. You're killing it, right? So we're going to talk a little bit more. We're going to keep it going. And I don't want this one to be too long. But I want you guys to listen to this. I want you to listen to this as this gentleman talks about why and what he sees the Fed doing.
Joined now by Bruce Richards of Marathon Asset Management. It's good to see you. Welcome back.
Good to see you, Scott.
Well, that
Thank
was
you.
timely for our conversation. What do you think they're going to do next week?
Cut.
By how much?
They're going to cut by 25 basis points. 50's off the table, 25, and it's a lock, 100% probability priced in the market that they'll cut for each of the next 3 times this year, which is bringing rates down 75 basis points.
Why do you think 50's off the table? And do you think the market thinks that? Because, we're hitting record highs again. You don't think that's in anticipation of maybe 50?
I think the market may be a little disappointed if they don't see 50. It doesn't matter. They're only going 25. It's only justified to go 25. Inflation, quietly, the Fed is saying implicitly 2% is our inflation goal, and we're looking the other way, and we're going to accept 3 because inflation's firmly set at 3, and yet they're going to cut, and they're going to cut because they're more focused on jobs, and job data is weak. But the job data being weak doesn't mean that the economy is going to be weak. There's very little to no risk of recession or stagflation because this quarter we're going to see a 3% GDP print, according to GDP Now. Last quarter was 3.3%, so a 2% growth this year and inflation at 3%. I believe they bring Fed funds all the way down to 3% over time, but cut in every one of the next successive meetings.
Cut in every one of the next meetings. So remember, there's no November. So we got September, October, December. Cut. All right. Now, it will be a surprise if the Fed does cut by 50 basis points. Larry did not say that the Fed won't. Larry's saying there will be a surprise if he does, because that would be a sign that something is wrong. It probably freak the market out a little bit, to be honest with you. Let's check these indices while we're at it. We got this new night vision here. It's kind of cool. It's better for you guys to see. So now we got, look at that. We have the NASDAQ, the Dow, and the S&P, right? Look at that. NASDAQ up 163 points. All right, there we go. Not percent, but points. It's a different window right there. It's kind of cool. You can see it there, right? So we got the Dow up 611 points, right? S&P 54 points, but we are killing it here. Now, I was going to talk about another stock here, and that's Klarma. Klarma is one of the ones that we got a little bit of today. We put in a buy order for Klarma. Didn't check to see if it filled, but Klarma is one of those pay as you go, okay? Buy now, pay later, should I say. It's not pay as you go. So Keenan was talking about Klarma, how some people are ordering Uber Eats and putting it on Klarma. So you're going to have 4 monthly payments on a hamburger. Come on, people, don't do that. Klarma is one of the ones that I am getting, right? And I'm getting it because I have a firm, and a firm is similar to Klarma. It is a pay as you go, right? And pay as you go is one of the ones that is going to do good when the market is better, all right? So let's go to crypto. As we could see, crypto is looking green. Usually I'll pull up the crypto bubbles, but we could see that Bitcoin is doing well, up over the last 7 days, 3.57%. And I would say that, call that a 0.5% over the last 24 hours. Ethereum's up 2% over the last 24 hours. Then you have a lot of the alts are still starting to wake up. You got XRP above $3 again. We'll take that. Solana, you could see they're inching up. But some of these memes are actually really starting to wake up. Doge has been absolutely pumping lately, 3.72%. And over the last 7 days, we got 18%. And then what happened to that, what was it called? Pump Fun. That's what it is. There we go, right there. Look at that. So now this little puppy, now these are this is change in your pocket. These are not majors. Look at that, good people. Over the last month, Pump Fun is up 38%. Pump Funds, all right? Just for fun. All right, so then look at that. Last 7 days, up 30%. So do you have any crypto? And if so, what crypto do you have?
Yes, I have both Bitcoin and XRP.
Okay, XRP. Now, I'm going to ask this question. What do you have more of, Bitcoin or XRP?
Bitcoin.
All right. So, I like XRP, Bitcoin. Keenan Gray said something I love. Poor thinks either or. And you guys know I've been saying this. Don't choose. You don't have to choose. Just get them both, right? I have Bitcoin and Ethereum too, right? But there are some people that they sold their firstborn and they just have it in XRP. That's just not wise. You be diversified. That's all. I'm going to stick to it. Don't like it, then you just don't like the truth, right? Now, I have XRP, and I'm expecting it to go up. I'm expecting XRP to rise with the other altcoins, okay? So as Ethereum opens the gate, and because Ethereum is the gate holder for the rest of the alts, it is. So when Ethereum opens up and wakes up like it's been doing lately, then the alt season will start. I believe we're still going to have a full alt season. That's what I still believe. I'm going to stand, even if I got to stand by myself. That's what I believe. And that means that time is shorter. So it's going to rip hard and fast, these meme coins. But no one knows when. So I'm still holding my positions. So other than Bitcoin and XRP, what's the next crypto you would like to get into?
Definitely Ethereum.
ETH. There you go. Well, that's it. Just. So his dad is over here. Dad, you did a great job. Great job. Yes, sir. So listen, good people, we're going to end it right here. Listen, I want you guys to check out Money Moves. All right. Money Moves is where you're going to see, you can follow all my plays. We have a full course on options in there, and just free. Just go in there, the course on options, but it's $1 a day, good people. That's all it is for now. And just come and see all my plays. We started a new portfolio, and then we also have our crypto plays. Okay. So what else do you want to say? How did you get into this? What inspired you to get into stocks and investing?
For me, it's just definitely just seeing a lot of different people. They don't see a lot of young people being able to do great things. And that's something that I always had a mindset as an athlete, but I want to utilize this information to take advantage of my future. So being able to invest is something that a lot of people, young people can take advantage of. And that's something that I wanted to be able to create change within the communities, not just do it, but also teach other people how to do it, so that this is something that's normalized each and every community and each and every family that I interact with.
So what did someone come to your school and talk about stocks and crypto, or who inspired you? Did you see a video? Were you on YouTube?
Yes. So in 2020, I was still watching one of your videos, watching a lot of Earn Your Leisure, reading a couple books online, and then that's how I got started.
Oh, that's cool. Those Earn Your Leisure guys has gotten a lot of people into the market. That's really cool. So anything else you would like to say? You know what? Do you have Stock Up You?
No, not yet.
Come on, Dad. See how I put it on Dad? Dad's probably looking at you. He got his own money, right, Dad? He got his own money now. Well, you know what? You're going to leave here today with it. I'm going to make sure you got Stock Up You. We want to equip you to be a winner. And then I'm going to ask you on air in front of everybody, what can I do to help you?
For me, I believe being able to continue to help me get to different platforms, grow my online presence on YouTube, and then continue to have more access to more young people to inspire more youth throughout the country and world how to invest and build wealth. Okay,
what's your YouTube page?
Corey Phillips 32 is my ad on YouTube.
You see how he was like Corey Phillips 32. So it's Corey. So tell them your IG and your YouTube page.
Yeah. So my Instagram tag is at Corey Phillips 3, and my YouTube is at Corey Phillips 32.
Okay. Hey, good people. That's what we are about. We are each one, reach one, teach one. Okay. And I'm going to check in with you at least once a month. We're going to have you back at the table. We're just going to go and have progress reports. You have my number. Don't give it to anybody. And you call me when you need me. Uncle Larry's here for you, right?
Yes.
All right. Hey, good people. Corey, it was a pleasure having you on here. I wish I had something like this. Like, I was hungry and didn't know where to find this information. I had one teacher that came. He was a substitute teacher, came and talked about stocks, and he talked about the rule of 72, and I was so intrigued. And I asked him, could he come back? And he said, nope, they don't want me teaching this stuff. And it was true, of course. That was back in the day. And that was the last I heard of it. And then the next time I was in stocks, I was grown with a family and 2 kids. And look at all of the years that passed by, all right? All right, good people. So we're going to leave it right there. We love you guys as usual. We'll see you hasta mañana. Live, love, laugh, and learn.